back to you, Chess 19. And today we are going to analyze a game between Arjun Erigasi and Alexander Injik. This game was played in Chess Olympiad 2024. Arjun is playing with the black pieces and Injik is playing with the white pieces. So Injik starts the game with one knight f3, and Arjun responds back with d5. This is a normal opening where white can play d5, sorry d4, or maybe can bring the knight to c3, but Injit responds with g3, which is entering into ready opening, and Arjun responds with knight c6 and d4 played, stopping e4 ideas, e5 ideas, and Arjun plays bishop c4, sorry, bishop f5, and bishop g2 played by Injit, knight b4 played. It's kind of a reverse Joba tournament where black has attacked this c2 pawn, and now Injit plays knight to c3, sorry a3, and e6 played, c3 played by Injit, and attacking the knight on b4. Here there were two moves, which is to retreat on e6 and push the pawn on c6 to move the knight on c7 and play. And also the best move is to go to c6, which also controls it on center. So Arjun plays knight c6, queen b3 played, attacking the b7 pawn. So Arjun plays rook to b8, protecting the pawn, and knight h4 played, which is attacking the bishop on f5. So Arjun plays bishop e4, which is exchanging the bishop, but Injit declines it and plays f3 to attack the bishop, and bishop goes to g6, knight cross g6, h cross g6, opening the rook 5 on h5. Okay, so e4 played, controlling the center and gaining space on the center. Knight f6 played, and Arjun is like he doesn't care about the pawn on e5 for the push, because he will having the knights pair, and in close position knights are very strong as compared to bishops. So Arjun is ready for this move. Bishop g5 played, pinning the knight to the queen. So Arjun plays bishop e7, unpinning the knight, and bishop cross f6 played, and g cross f6, which is actually the best move in this position, because after bishop cross f6, this move is more powerful. So that's why g cross f6, and uh, Alexander plays e cross d5, e cross d5, and over here, king can move to g7 and also attacking on the h pawn. So knight goes to c2, knight comes to a5, attacking the queen. And also the idea is to move to c4. Also pawn are coming forward. So Alexander plays bishop, queen b5 check, and c6 plate. Queen retreats to e2, and knight comes in to c4. B3 played by Alexander, attacking the knight, and knight goes to D6, which is the actually the best square for the knight. It is centralizing the knight, and now Alexander plays castles. Arjun plays king to f8, knight e1 played, kind of looking for the d3 square, and queen comes to a5, attacking the c3 pawn, and rook comes to c1 to protect the pawn. Here, if this is to be played, it will actually ruin the pawn structure, but it's okay for this. And also after this, after c4, d cross c4, and the pawn will be weak on the square. So after maybe bishop will also be open on this diagonal to attack on the queen. So rook c1 played, and knight goes to f5, b5, b4 played by Alexander, and attacking the queen. Queen retreats to c7, which is the best square for the queen, also potentially attacking the g3 square, g3 pawn, and therefore Alexander plays f4, a5 played. Arjun is playing on both sides, on the king side and the queen side, where he played a5, attacking the pawn, and a3 played by Alexander, kind of passive move. Still, it's okay. And now Arjun plays rook e8, which potentially have an idea of bishop b4, which attacks the pawn, attacks the queen, and captures the pawn. So queen moves to d2, and knight comes back to d6. Knight goes to c2, f4 played, and a rook fe1 played by Alexander. King comes to g7, connecting the rooks on the back rank, and also king is safe over here. So rook moves to e2, rook a8 played, rook e1 again, bishop goes to f6, and rook e2 again. Alexander is playing more passive way. It's not the way he should be playing, because now Arjun can take on b5 or b4, which he does, and a cross b4, and this a file is open for him to enter on a2, which he does. Rook goes to a2, rook goes to e1 again, and rook h8 played, rook a1 attacking the rook and trying to exchange, but queen comes to b6, which also have the potential ideas of knight b5 and attacking the weak pawn over there, and also some sacrifices are coming over there. Like knight can go to b5, takes on d5, d4, and attacking. So rook b1 played by Alexander, rook rook a4 played, rook 8 a4 played, and queen comes in to c1. Queen triples, and Arjun triples on the a file with queen a7, queen cross a2, sorry, rook cross a2, rook cross a2, and now rook comes to b2, trying to exchange. But Arjun plays knight b5, which is the best move, and having an idea of sacrificing knight on d4 square, which therefore Alexander plays rook b3, and knight cross c3 played by Arjun. It's the great move, and rook cross c3, and also the bishop cross d4. And the idea here is, after knight cross d4, not to take with the queen, because queen can come to e3 and everything is okay. But after knight takes, Arjun can come on a1 and attack the queen. So knight cross d4, and here Arjun plays rook a1, and Alexander resigns on this, because after queen takes, the rook is hanging, or after potentially after rook takes, maybe like rook takes, this knight is hanging. So Alexander resigns and Arjun wins the game. Thank you. We'll meet in the next video.